Now, I am a huge admirer of this man's work. He's one of the truly great snowboarders who can ride any type of terrain.
Pay attention, you don't want to miss this. Travis Rice.
Travis Rice, New Zealand, Red Bull, scene 1, take 1.
Yeah, growing up in Jackson was great, you know. My dad was on ski patrol and was outdoors a lot, had a bunch of good friends, tight hockey team, skied a bunch. Yeah, it wasn't really until I broke out of Jackson when I was a little older that I really, started to appreciate it for what it really was. As I knew there was all these insane ski areas all over the country, and as I began to kind of check them all off the list, I realized that, yeah, Jackson was kind of the spot to ride. Yeah, I live in Jackson, and over the years have put a lot of time into kind of scoping the backcountry, in and around there, looking for, different features, trying to find, unique little chunks of terrain. And I feel it was all kind of in preparation, really, for filming That's It, That's All. Because we had a couple months where we just, nose to the grindstone, stayed in Jackson, and got some good weather patterns came through. And ended up just getting some really, really epic kickers built in the hole. It ain't easy. I mean, you're going out every day of the week, going out in bad weather, building, trying to prep stuff for when the sun does come, but we put enough time and effort into it that when it finally came, it was on. So, ever since we finished That's It, That's All, we've kind of been, we had big plans to do another film. And this past year, kind of starting the winter of 09, 010, we started this film project called Flight. And it's another 2-year film project. We're doing 2 winters, 1 summer in the Southern Hemi. And yeah, man, I'm pretty optimistic. We're basically in the process of just finishing up our first season, and yeah, we have an epic crew of riders. Yeah, it's gonna be on, man. Look forward to it. I do.
This isn't a snowboard film, it's art. Do you think he meant to headbutt that tree on the way through?
I think he did mean to headbutt it, but it was actually more of a brush.
Just straightening up his hair, is he?
Exactly. Now, next we're heading down to the Southern Alps with an enormous heli budget. This is stunning.
New Zealand is very unique in the fact that it's kind of like a mini Alaska. The mountains there come straight out of the ocean. You just have this, primarily in the Southern Hemisphere, you have this kind of ridge of mountains sweeping from the south to north. And the terrain is very unique. It's actually a really good snowpack. It comes in a little moist and sticks together. And, there's a bunch of ski areas around New Zealand, and, they have pretty good access, good snow. It's all alpine, so you kind of got to wait for the better days so you can be able to see. But between, a bunch of the ski areas in the south and then also the club fields, more of the club fields up in the north, which if you're looking for a real kind of cultural, experience riding down in NZ, man, you got to go to the club fields. Kind of real mom and pop joints where you're up there with not very many other people, and if you're able to wait it out, see it through a storm, like, the snowboarding is really good. And you can find amazing snowboarding, like, there's a lot of support behind, like, the park riding in New Zealand. And if you have the, funds and the means to actually go heli skiing while you're there, there's a few places where, on a good day, it's as good as any place in the world. Really, really unique terrain, super fun mountains to ride. And, yeah, if you hit it right, New Zealand is as good as anywhere on the planet. For me, snowboarding is a very, snowboarding is the vessel that is able to take me, to far off adventurous places with, a tight-knit crew. And, a place like New Zealand is a prime example of being able to travel somewhere exotic and spend time there and work against the odds, against the weather to try to get some amazing snowboarding. Being able to come up and ride an AK is kind of the pinnacle. It's like where you want to go, your whole career. If a young pro snowboarder, if his goal isn't to try to come up and eventually have the opportunity to ride Alaska, I think he should change his priorities. And that's kind of what AK is. It's you kind of come up here and you really find out, I guess, who you are as a person. It's such a inner battle. You're still with a bit of a team. It's kind of a team sport up here because you rely on a lot of people. But when it's just you on top of the mountain looking down, and you got the Alaskan blind roll, and just a ton of relief. Big mountains. If you wait it out and have, a couple good days, you will have the best runs of your life up here, without a doubt. Yeah, progressive snowboarding is, something that is sought out by, I think, anyone that, is able to spend enough time doing it, whether it's for themselves or, for the sake of the bigger picture. I think a lot of it these days is definitely continuing to push park riding, which has gotten to such an insane level, from half pipe to just slopestyle type riding, park riding. But I think you see a lot more of kind of a freestyle element pushed into big mountain riding. I think that's kind of where it's headed.
Hey kids! I'm Travis Rice. You've been watching the Red Bull Chronicles.